Finally, 6 weeks for this package to come. It's taking forever to get here. All right, guys, I got the box, and I've been waiting a long time for this. I had ordered it before getting the tank because I knew there was a lot of delays from Universal Rocks and getting the materials because of the pandemic and whatnot. I didn't really get to see what color was gonna come in. This is a little bit more brown than I would have liked. I would have preferred a grayer toned piece. But it does have a lot of gray, and we'll be able to see it in the tank finally with the lights and see if it looks a lot different than I'm thinking it is right now. Giant circle thing. And this will be pretty hard to put in the tank or to keep in place. And I've seen like Aquarium Co-op do it with like silicone, and I don't want to use silicone because the tank's already filled, and they do advertise that you can put it into tanks with already filled water. So we're gonna try doing that. So I'm gonna go open it outside and try rinsing this out. And maybe it does roll pretty flat because it's not the thick ones. You can order different like sizes where the rocks get bigger and bigger. And I really wanted a thin one because my tank's only 18 inches wide. So it's only like ½ an inch. All right, let's go rinse this off. All right, I'm gonna rinse it off. Sorry for the lawnmower in the back. Can't really control that, but let's try opening this first, and then we're gonna see how easy it is to unroll and whatnot. And I'm pretty excited because I've been waiting for this so long, and it costs quite a bit. All right, it's not as like, it doesn't keep the shape as much as I thought, which is a good thing, because I thought this would be really hard to keep like flat, but it's pretty, like, I don't know if you guys can see that or how I'm feeling it, but like all I have to do is prop the rocks I have in the tank up against it for a little bit probably, and then it'll probably be good for a while, or just like fold it flat, use pipes, whatever. But this is pretty cool. Let's rinse it off. All right, I got it rinsed off for the most part, but I just kind of want to wipe it down. I don't know if you're supposed to brush it. I just heard there could be a lot of stuff on them, and I really don't want to put that in the tank and make the water cloudy and whatnot. I don't think it'd be harmful for the fish because this is meant for aquariums. But yeah, I'm gonna get a towel instead of a brush because I don't want to peel paint or whatever and make it worse, but I'm just gonna get a towel because the back feels slimy, and so I'm just gonna wipe that off real quick. All right, I got the Coral Life towel that we got from Aquashella, and I'm just gonna get a little bit wet and then wipe it down a bit and see if anything's actually coming off. If not, probably not gonna spend too much time, but just to be. I can't really wipe that side down because it actually has a rocky texture, which is pretty cool. Like, it's actually coarse, not just a smooth texture like out of plastic, so it feels like a rock, which is pretty cool. And nothing's really coming off, so I'm not too worried, and I don't think it's as bad as people were saying. All right, I'm gonna get this into the tank now, and then I'll show you guys there. I'm not too worried about the water I use. I use like my hose tap water. I don't believe we have a lot of chlorine in the water, but either way, I'm shaking most of it off. All right, guys, background's finally in. Please ignore the algae on all the rocks. I'm saving it for a special fish that I'll make a video about. It's gonna be an algae eater, and so stay tuned if you wanna know the best algae eaters for African cichlid tanks. But yeah, so the background's in. It looks so much better than I thought it was gonna look. I don't know what I was expecting. I never had a background, but I think it's really cool. It's a bit cloudy because I was moving everything and making sure that the corners the fish couldn't get behind, and then putting sand up against the edge because there's like space behind the background, like water gaps, and it would like push the water underneath. And I just want to make sure that like if the fish were to ever dig, they couldn't really get underneath. But like I mentioned earlier, I don't think it'll be too much of an issue if they find a hole to go back there and then come back out. But yeah, I think it looks really, really nice. I think once the water clears up a bit and like the fish will like it a lot more. They've been super, super skittish still. They've finally started coming out a lot more, but now this probably scared them a whole heck of a lot more. And I rearranged the rocks a bit. I like this little path I created through here, and these rocks kind of nicely mirror each other's shape. But yeah, I think this is gonna look really, really cool long term. And then once the algae is out of the way and the plants start taking off and I get different, I'm gonna take this lighting that's on this tank and put it on here and get a different lighting for this tank because this is all planted. But that's for another video. All right, guys, that's the video. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned. Every Thursday at 2, I'm gonna be posting videos about the best fish, how to set up tanks, my fish, what's going on. So make sure you subscribe and like the video if you want to keep seeing more content. I'm gonna try to commit to this as much as I can, as you know, with school and work still happening. But thank you for watching. I'll try to cut some clips in towards the end so you can see like the tank all cleared up and the fish hopefully being out. But have a great day. I'll see you in the next one.